Alright, welcome on in, you silly sausages. Excuse me, pirate? Hello? Bingus, huh? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to today's stream. We are finally back, man. It's been quite some time. Apocalypse streams here. It is indeed. Welcome, Just Yes. Hope you're having a fantastic time there. I'm just doing some kind of last checks to make sure things look and sound how they're supposed to. Let me know if things need to be adjusted. I can fix it up in a hurry. So we are basically just picking up where we left off our Archaon, the Everchosen campaign. Look, everything looks good. All of the links have been sent out. Okay, we're good to go. Well, hello everyone. Hope you're having a good time. We are here to ruin the world, because of course we are. So if you have not seen last, we'll just kind of give it a quick overview. This kind of sickly color here is us. We have taken over a good portion of the northern part of the map. Hey there, ABCD. That's a great name. Welcome. Hope you're having a good time there in your neck of the woods. And are ready for some slaughter. Yes. We will indeed there, Pirate. They don't have any choice in the matter. Alright, so like I was saying, we have conquered a majority of the northern part of the map. What we were trying to do for the end was to kind of bring in the rest of the Champions of Chaos. Archaon has the ability to do so by punching them in the face repeatedly until they understand that they are on our team. So we are going to do so with as many of the remaining Champions of Chaos as we can. So what we've just basically tried to stay out of any kind of deals with them. Because it looks like Challengers of Khorne they do count as a Khorne faction, so that's not a worry. Same thing with Archaon. Everyone else, including the Decadent Host here, will probably end up breaking this deal and then just punching Sigvald until he joins up with Archaon. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We also have 2 remaining victory conditions there in the alternate victory mod. The name always is lapses at the last second. So you've got 3 different routes to victory. It's Victory Conditions Overhaul mod, that's what it's called. So these different routes, each of them is going to give you a campaign victory once you finish it, as well as a buff to kind of go for the next route, and then onward towards Domination eventually. So we already have the Dark Coronation done, giving us additional undivided authority for Archaon, and then more souls gained from battles for all of our armies, which is quite nice. To do that, we had to conquer 3 Dark Fortresses of this list, and then take out Urson Revivalist, Legion of Chaos, and the Shadow Legion. We're currently working on the Slayer of Kings and the End Times currently, which is going to be taking down Reichland, which is all we have to do for this one, which give us the Gateway of Fauschlag. Deep beneath Middenheim there lies an ancient device, left from an age when the gods warred against the Old Ones, a device that, if properly coaxed, will unleash a rift to the realm of chaos, giving us a heap of extra undivided corruption in adjacent provinces to ours, just kind of prepping the way for our Legion's boots. A huge drop to recruitment cost and a huge drop to warband recruitment, or warband upgrade cost for all of our undivided units specifically. So it will be a tide of undivided boots that crushes the world. The Empire shall fall, chaos shall rise, mortal shall burn. Indeed. We've already been facing just absolute hordes of gun troops from the Empire, showing that a gun in everyone's hands is quite a dangerous defense. Route 2 there is Slayer of Kings, which is Uzul, the blade, or the demon trap within your blade, rages against your will. Eager to taste the blood of kings. It's time to slake that thirst. Control 4 of these regions. Currently we're working towards Kareza Karak to get that back under our control, and then occupy Loot Razor Sack 50 settlements, which basically for each of those 2 routes we were only missing 1 objective. So once we get Kareza Karak back under our control, we will have Uzul's fate. Slayer of Kings is a huge sword with the raging soul of a huge demon. We'll get a dilemma offering a choice between several powerful rewards. Can't wait to find out what those are. And then we make the march to Domination. 272 different settlements occupied, looted, razed, or sacked. We shall begin with a bit of a warm-up battle between Kevin Ascended and Udolf Hurt-Wiggins. I mean, I say warm-up battle, good grief. This is worse than anything I have on Bretonnia or Clan Eshin right now. Alright there, Udolf. Prepare yourself. And while this black screen is not showing it, the load times between this and our old world campaign are going to be such a refreshing. Can I make a name request? Can one of the Slameshi Lords be Skylar the Delectable? Yes, brother, we got you. We can let Skylar. I'm sure we have a couple of lords that have some generic names. We'll taste the dirt on the floor. Yes, he will. We do have Harry the Anti-Tank Hammer with us. Although most of our big targets are pretty low on health. This Iron Blaster only really needs 1 or 2 good hits to send them onto the void, so we'll give our Hell Cannon barrage some time to soften up the defenders, and then we can flap on in. How's that sound? Let's start deployment and get the hand on these lads that are shorts. I think we'll attack from over here, because this is where the leadership capture point is, and I have no more honor after playing against the AI as much as I have. Your zones are mine. Get them in a kind of checkerboard, because we need a checkerboard to be content in this world. One of the demon princes in Nurgle should be named Bob the Stinking. Alright. I'll just try my best to remember. When we get back to the main map, you guys will have to give me a quick reminder. If I do forget. Raw! We'll go Aspiring Champions up front and in behind. Halberdiers, we'll just put a bringing up the rear. And then they can spread out through the rest of the map here. Changebringers. Dark Powers. A big stinky slug boy, and then the Bloody Fist. Anyone not deployed? Oh, yeah. The extras. Fair enough. Let's do this. So cannons, guard mode, and then go ahead and activate the big booms. And then we can also go for a bit of a flaming sword of ruin here. Really buff up that damage and just watch some carnage for a moment. Hip hip hooray! Oh, they're going all after the same unit here. Yeah, you got them. Give you guys some proper orders. You shoot these Demigryph Knights. You shoot these handguns, and then you do the same to these halberds. It's gonna be a great... Well, those guys are gone. Hang on, now I see cannons. It's an Iron Blaster. It's gotta go. You go get their attention there, Demon Prince, and then we'll have the Changebringers come this way. Get everyone I wanted to here. March this way. Harry goes straight into the gates, and then Big Stinky Slug, you do the same. You just... Oh, that's not my name. And it's Iron Blaster having a bad time. How would you boys like to enjoy some barbecue while you're at it? Yeah, Kevin and Harold are the MVPs of this campaign. They held back the Order Tide while Archaon was taking vacation. Archaon's been stuck in the mountains for a while. You're absolutely correct, though. They've been the MVPs. Now, that Iron Blaster is dead. That's the fastest I've ever seen one of them go down. Give the same to the Thunder Tusk. So, since you can't, how about instead hit these Demigryph Knights? And then we can unleash a Flame Storm. I don't know, somewhere like right here. Herald to move those cheeks. The Hammer of the Gods. The Horrors go. You're a bit too close. Fall back. We'll go for an extra spicy burning head. We're gonna cook all of these. Or unfortunate skirmish cav. Beautiful. I kind of circle your way back over here now. They're shooting our pink horrors? How rude. We'll bring you two in to go chop up these poor halberdiers. And then the Changebringers. Stay back for now. Let's take you lads off of fire at will. We will activate Boom again, though. Blow up these Demigryph Knights, and then where'd that Thunder Tusk go? Sneaky boy. Oh, those are long rifles. Thunder Tusk ran way away. You shoot here. Everyone else can move. We are under fire from the long rifles. How many humans are crispy now? Yummy. Yes, quite delicious. Flamestorm here. Hell Cannons, you got a good target now that Udolf has come on in. Udolf the Foolish. Summoning the Furies here. Halberds move up just a bit, but we really don't need to advance too many more. Let them handle it. Changebringers, go cook Udolf for me. Jump these handguns. Summon some Furies in here as well. Poor guy getting smashed. But yeah, you need to get in there and stop him from moving. That way he can't go chase Changebringers. Flamethrowers away. He's doing a good job of dodging until we stop him from moving. Alright, brother, enjoy. You're now doomed. Well, maybe not quite as doomed as I thought. Come on, Changebringers. Oh, he dodges it. Alright, pull back. Embarrassing me in front of my wizard friends. Oh, he's gonna go fight Harold. What a big dumb. This man is slaying tanks solo. Alright. So, I mean, that is a completely rolled corner there. Let's have two of you blast apart these Null Ironsides, and then you can do the same to this captain. How exciting. Alright, Forsaken, your job is now going to be charging pell-mell across this bridge. I guess we got some lads up front here, don't we? Charge them in there. Changebringers. We'll send... Actually, no. We'll have you stay here. Bloody Fist, you go hunt him down. A wee bit of magic. Let's send you to go bully this blocker barricade. Oh good, you're already back. Let's bring the Changebringers to cook this squad and then this. There's not that many missile troops over here. Where you going, bud? That AI Lord looked really hard at Harold. The guy who solos steam tanks and the Lords for breakfast and thought, yes, a good target to charge into. Oh, we never said he was clever. Just go ahead and blast some more Burning Head through there. It's nice and cheap. Changebringers flying on in. Beautiful. Oh, are you guys in melee? Excuse me. Listen, Dobbyzar. You either defend yourselves or you die well. Alright. These units keep not advancing when I tell them to. That's not acceptable. Move them all in. You two advance this direction, because my main man's about to get taken out. Go take out these grenades. Unfortunate, but hey, it happens. No Ironsides of main. Oh, you escaped. Alright, so you gotta stay kind of low. And your job is now to run away. All costs. Get back on your equipment. Take out those swordsmen. You lads. They're in the buildings nicely. Hard to do anything about them. Let's move over here with the cannons. Really. You guys are being goobs. Alright, that's them, but the Thunder Tusk has turned around and is hitting, chucking snowballs their way. Try to dodge. Ooh, barely. Even the business. You guys come around and hit him from behind. Yeah, I've given these guys orders several times. They just... Oh, it's because there's a platform in the way? Shouldn't stop them from moving. I guess it was. That's what we talk about. We're being, you guys are being embarrassing. I think he just took damage from hitting Harold. He's gone. Four cannons firing magic in your face must not feel nice. No, four extra angry demon cannons. There's no way that's a good time. Alright. We're losing the snowball fight now. Changebringers, come on down with the rest of the crew. And wait. All of you can go back on Fire Will because I'm just going to forget to micro them otherwise. Do whatever kind of damage you can. Alright, you're all out of ammo as well, so just run over here behind Kevin. You're sitting this fight out.
Destined to win. We are
Destined to win. Someone needs to get in there and start taking out those iron sides. Bloody Fist has been over here the whole time. Just ripping apart some Reichsguard. Where are you going? Interesting. Catch this group. Those iron sides are doomed. Vigilance, of course, fight to the bitter end. So, a good fight against our our Marauders with great axes. There goes the Thunder Tusk. Properly cooked on the way in, too. Fly, you fools. That looks like the white flag across the board and a victory for a once again very scarred up Kevin. Win-win is super backhanded. We could have sat back and let the Hell Cannons do even more, but that's not my way. Nearly getting our Lord killed every time, that's the way. It was fun watching the Empire try to change different kinds of Doomstack strategies to stop Kevin, though. They started with nothing but Outriders and then swapped over to just a full-blown handgun team. I guess it was Outriders to start and then tanks. So they switched into the tanks and the land ships second. Or actually, I think they went full, maybe Reichsguard or Knights, the Black Rose. They probably could have beat this squad. Knights and tanks. Let's see if we can give them any good hints. Alright, 89 fall. That's no big deal. We get 10,000, of course, for winning, and then we sack Flensburg as is Kevin's right. Max out the spoilator, of course.
Demon Prince.
And I see no reason not to claim Flensburg. This is mine now.
All of them.
All is chaos. You can go up to the next tier, so we shall keep you undivided and keep you with great weapons. The other two need a little bit more time to cook. And we'll just keep these as Forsaken. Works for me. 8 to upgrade them, and then they have to get into gold chevrons. I'll remember slowly. The thing we did in between is Iber and Morsbig here, so we'll name you Bob. Oop. I'm sorry, what? Save character? Oh, good. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. It's a useless random Chaos Sorcerer Lord. You wanted him to be named Bob the what now? Let's see if we can find it. Bob the Stinking. Welcome, sir. And then Alan, are you currently Slaneshi? No, you're Tzeentchian. Nah, that looks Slaneshi to me. He might have more Tzeentch authority for now, but we're gonna go ahead and name you then. Skylar. Ooh, the V shall be in your last name. The Delectable. Welcome in. I will try to claim Work Bad. The other thing I did, I think, between was I was going to grab one of these armies here. So I grabbed Belagar, moved him over to the Griffin Wood, and then just let go of the army. So now claim this settlement or else. Perfect for you.
Servant of the Wind Lord.
Of the Wind Lord. upgrade your fireball, Ralph. Extra melee attack, Corn Authority, or movement range. Good evening to you as well, Blackberry.
Useful adornments.
Herald of
Yes,
change.
Melik's bringing in las rifles. That's it in terms of what we can bring in through there. We can snag a couple more normal Marauders Tournament as each, boys. That works for me.
Serve the changer of ways.
And then some Forsaken as well, because the Forsaken are pretty main. Although I guess we can't mark these guys, can we? Spears, let's find out. Oh no, we absolutely can. Looks good to me. He could use some heroes, but in the meantime, some extra fodder. Moving over here to Koraza Karak, that is Bigger Hank the Ascended. Alright, we ignore the rest of this here, and turn. And speaking of Archaon and his mountain vacation. Have you already beat Carl? Or do you still have to reach him? Carl has been defeated by Harry, if that's what you're asking, so he does have that defeat trait. But Reichland is still around. I'm pretty positive we have Altdorf under our control, too, so... He's basically been relocated over here to Drakenhof. He's got, I think, 2 settlements but to the left of us here. Uberreich in this one.
All of you in full view
Oh,
of
good.
your simpering
She's
art.
stealing Archaon's eyes, too.
This is my own.
East Treaty? No. There's only the Void, Elspeth. If you're all here, what do you all think about the new free units coming in? The Mere Noble. And it was the Hobgoblin Bolt Throwers? Man, both of them, well, I'm a big fan of both. The Hobgoblin Bolt Throwers, I'm just kind of, it's just kind of what it is. The Famir Noble is awesome. I really would prefer, it's time for the Crises to kick in. I really would prefer to have the Famir Noble as an actual lord. No peace, she stole our eyes. Indeed. Calm before the storm, corruption spreads, pyramid wakes, disgruntled dwarfs. Yeah, the end times are upon us for us as well. Everyone and for us. Or all of our allies are gonna have a lot of work cut out for them. How exciting.
Demonic host.
In that case, Mr. Bigger Hank, we want to move up and claim the Pillars of Grungni because this is about to be completely surrounded by dwarfs. So let's move and snag this. Build that up to kind of keep corruption high. Rodin, you can join Bigger Hank. Horde and Nurgle working together. Yeah, we'll get rid of these Forsaken here. Nurgle Forsaken are pretty good, but a Corn Ascended hero is always better. Ever watched Archaon playthrough besides the stream in episode 2? Have you confederated any other Chaos factions? We've only confederated Azazel at the moment. The others have all been dominated. We tried to confederate Heaven the Demon Prince, but I think he's not, because he's the one and only demon, actual Demons of Chaos faction, so we had to take him out. So the only Chaos faction we've actually confederated is Azazel at the moment. But we do know where this clown is, good old village. Valkia is a little bit further off to the northwest here, so we have some opportunities. Festus was already gone by the time we made it in here, so we did not go claim. Oh yes, it's time to switch over all of our gifts too. Trophy heads for all Corn characters is so strong. Blood Greed allowed you to heal. No, it's just melee attack. What we will do then is grab the cannons. Grab the cannons, Malignant Maws. We got one more turn before we grab one of these. Well, let's keep this here. Guess we'll keep that with all of them then. Seems fine to me. Except for the... No, those are all just one more turn. Now, let's wait then. Archaon. And none of your fights are going to be worthwhile. Looks like Garmer is surrounding Katakadrin. Hopefully you win. I'm not keeping my fingers crossed, though. Our friends have been near useless. We will sack this for 30k and then claim it for some replenishment. From my experience, the right strategy, Valky under Archaon is pretty busted. We will be sending a unit that way soon. I also want, because we are going for a domination campaign, but we're trying to finish up these last two victory condition routes. So the one for Slayer of Kings, we need to take back Krezzakarek, and then for the end times, we just need to take down Reichland. So as soon as that's done, we can start really modifying the armies and sending them out to the areas of the map I want. So I want a squad of Slaanesh to defeat the Dark Elves, because that seems to be how that should work. We have Cathay up here. Both Tzeentch and Nurgle hate Cathay specifically, so we can send an army of each up this direction to take down Village and bring him in to further crush Cathay. There's all sorts of fun stuff we're going to do. I think we've got Clan Rictus to give us all sorts of nasty Skaven artillery and weapons teams. Ring Ruin. Alright, your melee tree's all finished up, so Assassinated is...
I am the chosen of the gods.
Here, now you have so many skills. Let's go hunt for more speed.
What?
What? How?
Syrian's eye.
Alright, Grom Peak. Is this more replenishment? No, it's more resistance for Warhounds and Manticores. I mean, we can get up to 90% resistance with our Warhounds, and we can just have a Hound Tender army, which I think is going to be a fun time. Probably with a Metal Mage, because we can drop people's armor down to nothing. We've got a Trickster Cult here. Changeling is Tzeentch. Can we force him to be our vassal? He can keep his nasty parasite city if he's our vassal. That's the only reason we would allow it. Oh, well, we can't. Well, in that case.
Serve the fall.
See you later, you muppet. Trickster Cult has been successfully purged with liquid iron dumped straight down into those tunnels. We want more Exalted Heroes. Skylar, the Delectable. We probably just move on Aberheim then.
No.
No. Yes, force the Changeling as a vassal. I'd like to, but it seems like you can't.
Chaos incarnate.
Kevin, we march on Aberheim.
A deluge of slaughter.
Deluge of a slaughter. Then we have to fight every single one of these with Kevin.
For
You planning on occupying or raising the world? A combination.
spoilers come.
Some of them are worth claiming, some of them are worth burning to the ground, and then letting your allies claim them. Pretty much anything that has a resource I'm going to claim for ourselves, because it will allow us to buff up our units. So, like wine, it gives us both wine produced to trade with the other vassal factions we have, and then more melee attack faction-wide for marauders. And that goes to as high as we can get the stats. So we can make our marauders insane. Nurgle Terry, can you take out any heroes? No. Let's just do some looking down this way then. Yeah, Templehof and Drakenhof belong to the Empire, but we also have our ball taking on around back here too.
Conflict is
I'd like to have him
endless.
claim Krugenheim, but
Let us corrupt.
such is not the way. Also try to give Skylar some gifted units here, so kick these. Actually, how high are we getting?
Unleash
Resistance is only 12%. It's not anywhere near 90% yet, but you do have the capability of doing so.
comprehension.
Yeah, Khorne and Slaanesh don't work together. But we could take the turn to grab some Seekers. They have wine, and they have plenty of people to chase around in the countryside. We would lose some aspiring champions. With stats like this? Never. Can't wait for Skylar to go clap some droopy cheeks. Fair enough. He'll be on his way soon. Gotta make sure we deal with these filthy Yumis first. This guy's sneer. I spit at you. Don't tell me my boy Scarby got wiped. I don't know if Scarbrand's still kicking around down there. We'll find out. I mean, any of the... We are going to vassalize every single faction we can. Except for the Empire. Sigmar's people deserve oblivion. We still have the Shatterstone. Oh, it's definitely time to swap that out. Good to know. This map is so weak to flying units. It's insane. You four can just kind of line up. Although this side over here is the one that's more compact. So let's bring everyone over. Even Brits, you, and then the two Changebringers on Z side. Looks kind of like a Quidditch pitch.
The Dark Gods command me.
Let's go Forsaken, hiding in the woods over here.
Very well.
We send the Marauders in first, that way they can earn their keep.
Warriors of sense.
I'll have one set of champions up front, though, because they can throw down the pink horrors. Another behind, and then the 4 cannons blast away. Nakru. And that'll be everyone. We can sit you guys up a little bit closer. There's no reason to be so far back. And let it begin. Buff up the damage. Go ahead and... Oh, I was getting too slow. Flaming Sword of Ruin right here. Shatterstone. To send the lads at Sprawling. Always a fun time. Oh, don't you worry, we will. We can also use the Shatterstone to destroy the wall like this. Oh no, what happened? Oh no, your walls. That's unfortunate. Destroy. Take him down quick. We'll just skate our Demon Prince up the side here. And he can start throwing very cheap burning heads through the units that are fleeing. Can you run faster than a demonic skull person? Let's find out. The answer is, oh, that's the Arrow of Tal. Does it get blocked by the wall? Get wrecked, loser. And then we have Kevin go bother the mortars. He's down in this ravine, so the gun troops can't hit him. That wall section went down quick. Let's go ahead and do the same. Here to stand here. I'm gonna blow it up. That's how that works. Rockets away. One of them bounces off of Kevin's well-chiseled chest. Everyone else, advance. In fact, we can go ahead and set up all the infantry in a group, lock them, and tell them to go murder everything in front of them. Seems good to me. There you go, crush them too. Hello there, Hailstorm Rocket Battery. Nah, you guys are going nowhere. Drops fire. On one hand, I thought I wouldn't put it past Archaon at the very least to get the Dark Elves as vassals. We will definitely be vassalizing them. That way it makes it very easy for Slaanesh to capture their souls. The Empire, however, we have no need for them. Explode these handgunners. Take out these great swords, and you hit these guys. Alright, there goes their artillery. Moving into the great swords. And there go the skulls of some Imperials. Yes, indeed. And we'll go ahead and send the Changebringers in to delete the Knights in the background here. You turn around and clobber this squad. Flamestorm on the great swords. As soon as it does kick in, we can summon in some friends. Go hunt this general.
The spell is cast. I'm moving.
Catch Ruin. Oh, hang on now. I didn't realize he gets him in the air. Well, we learned things today. Drop some pink horrors off here. We can set them up on top of the walls too. Pink horrors, you just start firing on these great swords. They got no shields. Gun troops are being rude. Go ahead and finish them off. Show them the true meaning of war. Oh, look, flamethrowers. Hey, Tealbeard, just wanted to pop in real quick and say hello. Hard time to catch the recent streams? Yes, no, fair enough. And all recent streams have had all sorts of wonky issues that have caused them to end earlier for one reason or the other, so I'm happy to be back in. Good to see you, Tealbeard. Hope things are going well in your neck of the woods. Let's go kill, but then Zeech said, psych. What are the names of the corn? Cartal Soul Kisser. That's a name. We can do it, though. Have these flamethrowers destroy this building real quick. And both focusing on them doing a fair bit of damage. Facing her on the Knights of the Realm. You guys all another attack forward order. They're doing a pretty good job. I think these guys got hit by some friendly fire, though. Sneaky boy, get them all off of guard mode. Changebringers delete towers in just a couple of blasts. These poor knights just running away. Alright, come back over here and get the Empire Knights in this section. Quickly pop down a cloak. And then some more fire. Skullkisser isn't that far off. Yeah, he does get to love it on those skulls. Alright, another tower destroyed. We'll go ahead and send you guys beyond. Artillery, just come inside the walls so you have an easier time. Everyone forward looks like they got mixed up on their orders a bit. Charge this way, halberdiers. We can hit those knights, that'd be awesome. Look, this tower.
It's hammer time!
It's hammer time! If this fighting side by side with some marauders, there's gotta be some motivation there. You succeed, or he carries you back personally to the throne. Are you all just gonna surround Kevin? Good luck. A veteran of many wars, Kevin is. But without faith, little brothers. Do some damage. Have them drop in on the Knights of the Realm. So, out of the sky, and then destroy them. A blob of chaos. How are you doing there, Kevin? Winning your fight. Got some more friends. We'll just do it for an overcast one then. A nice flame bath for you and your mounts. What, are we getting some chunky cows on the roster? That's a good question. I think you only get them through corn. So we'll have to see if we've got them unlocked yet. That is another victory for Kevin. Decisive indeed. Well, the Huntsman General at least gets to survive to tell the tale. We can only imagine the view of one of the Imperial citizens see through the window. Yeah, it's not a good one. If you're still in the city by now, the scene's just gonna get exponentially worse as the hours wear on. Just a random soldier getting snatched up by a Fury and carried off. Wilhelm screaming the whole time. A regular Tuesday to the Empire. Yeah. Their outlier villages tend to have that just happen regularly. Be it Dark Elves, Norskins, what have you. Random man in town turns into a Nurgle Herald. This Elgar barely even fought the battle. Yeah, he ran away immediately. He saw the dark wings and the muscled chest pecs, and he was like, nope, I'm out. Which, to be fair, those pecs have blocked cannonballs, so... And of course we sag, that's a lot of cash. Takes gold in the world. Can't quite get back into Aberheim. Okay, well that's unfortunate, but we are replenishing everywhere, so it's not that big a deal. Ascended. You two can also be taken up to the next tier, so great axes for all. Beastmen are always a thing. To select small villages is safe. Oh yeah, that's true. Anytime you have a forest that's bigger than just your normal everyday forest, there are definitely beastmen there. And they definitely like chewing on man flesh. Man flesh! This time. We will have heavy iron for additional 15 armor, 8% weapon strength, and more armor-piercing weapon damage. Very good for our knights. And for our Modlist vortex beasts. Volatile Trax is a main, so no, it's not. So he has no main settlements left. Alright, we'll move our way up the Southlands then to finish. Let's go ahead and switch Final Form Terry into March Stance and go after Volatile Trax. Imagine a couple having a picnic day in these cities conquered. Well, it's not a good time. Yeah, they're just having a picnic and all of a sudden now they're a Slanesh Herald. Well, maybe it is. Man, maybe it's a good time then. Garrulous. We need troops. Badly. Lorelorn. Don't worry about these elves. They're on my team. In fact, we could use the Great Eagle to go bother their lords. Wild Riders. No, I'm thinking the Deepwood Scout's the best from Lorelorn, and then... Hello there, Clan Molder. What do you got here? Gutter Runners with slings. Where are your... Hang on now, Clan Molder. This is happening in my Eshin campaign, too. Where are your beasties? They're just trying to be an Eshin faction instead. Oh yeah, blunderbusses are just the best. The worst that can happen is one of them becomes a Herald of Nurgle. I mean, worst that can happen is pretty much anything here. If they become a Herald of any of them, that other person's about to have a bad day. Just the flavor of bad days shall be different depending on the flavor of Herald they become. Oh yes, and we're currently at war with Imric now. How exciting. Well, we can start moving towards the Black Iron Mine. Melek, you are of Zinch, so you can be as sneaky as you want. Let's play. Oh no. Imric and his battle cats. Dad Imric is scary. Pull back. Fall back.
Azazel, Prince of Damnation.
Honestly, between Beastmen, Skaven, Chaos, and Sigmar, knows whatever else at this point. The Empire goes against Daily, they must have some plot armor. Yeah. Yeah, when you hear about what the... I mean, they also do... A lot of the writers do kind of a bad job of explaining how strong the Empire is, too. Like, the actual elite soldiers of the Empire are terrifying. But they do a bad job of actually showing it, because they need to make all their big bads one-up each other each time a new one shows up. So it starts kind of... The scaling gets weird, but your Empire greatswords are terrifying. Problem is, there's just a lot of chaos. So where do we send you next, Azazel? Probably over here after Ubersreich. Oh, they're up into the mountains too. Well, dealing with Reichland is going to be longer term than I thought. Oh, well, out of Kimberbad then. Then we have Bretonnians encroaching here from this side too. Sneaky towards Ubersreich. Ralph ascended. We shall send you and your Horn Chosen over here to Eilhart. Dare the Bretonnians to try something. It says decisive, but how decisive? That doesn't feel very decisive, game. Send Azazel to the Wood Elves too. Oh, that's true. Azazel would enjoy harvesting some elf souls.
The ruinous power
Scourge of Mankind for Ralph, and a seasoned campaigner.
The demonic
Because he's of Khorne, we can easily move back in and just claim Isleheart for a good bit of replenishment. I don't mind if the Bretonnians want to come over here and try to take this one from me.
Deathbringer.
Extra resistance. It looks like it's only... Oh no, it's because it's damage. See, they seemed like they dropped it down a bit, didn't they? Which of these gives us more replenishment, if any? Your Ritual Hut. Alright, Wizard, I'm going to be going again. Hope you and the Lady Wizard are doing well. Thanks, Steelbeard. Appreciate that a lot. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.
Now they will see true power.
Now they will see true power. Since all of those are just growth buildings, we'll chuck the Giant's Hollow in here. Chaos Stables in here. For City of Prague, we definitely want the walls first, then income. And then the super income boost. To be fair, I wouldn't want to be hit with a Zweihander or a cannonball or a rocket. Whole bunch of things I wouldn't want to be hit by. Musket balls at this time, I think, tended to be even larger than your normal ones, so it was kind of like a 75 caliber musket ball, which I'm sure getting hit in the arm with that would feel great. Ruinous Bulwark is the one that has Shatterstone, I'm guessing. Yes, so instead of Shatterstone, let's get cannons. And we can't switch this one over. I really like the one we have for Slaanesh. I would just keep bopping around and finding the lords that need to be moved then. Bob the Stinking, turn your men into stinky boys proper. I'm thinking the Great Axe, or the, I guess, Great Hammers are what they have. Your armor-piercing warriors of any type are the ones you want. Rockin'. Bob can hold the line here forever. Especially a gnome.
Deathbringer.
Alright, who else?
A ruinous
Gulator. Oh yes, the guys we have on loan. Run!
now.
He's being chased by some Dark Elves. Doing a good job at the moment, though. Making me some money. To be honest opinion for me, I don't think the Servant of Chaos would care about being paid daily to fight, because they serve Chaos. Yeah, that's true. But the game has to game, and so you gotta have some kind of upkeep, and so they basically just use it like favor. It's favor of the gods instead of gold. So if you start losing favor of the gods, your Marauders turn and they leave. Which I think does make some sense. But you would be right. If it's gold, they're gonna just kind of laugh at you. They don't fight for gold. Just they didn't do a great job of making it look a whole lot different. It's like a chest covered in eyeballs. It's almost
Useful
different, but that's what it's meant to be. It's not quite gold. All right, looks good to me. Oh, well, we're gonna have to ignore the commandment for a turn. Likely it's here in. I was wrong.
Dominance.
It had to be here somewhere nearby. I see then. It's kind of how Chaos also struggles to work united, and the mages and the Empire no joke. Gelt is a really scary wizard, and I don't want to face a Celestial wizard either. Yeah, a lot of the battle mages are incredibly potent. Paying for equipment and stuff also exists. That is true. They do make a lot of their equipment, but they still have to source those materials.
Simpering fools. You dare come before me, the Lord of
The Lord of the Endarms? He's treaty with Malekith. Absolutely not. You will not live to regret your decision. Okay then. Oh, looks like we found another changeling hive down there. Kevin has been assaulted by Hans yet again. Alright, Dr. Roxburger. Prepare your cheeks. Yep, Velkia is indeed still alive there, just yes. We're going to be working our way there to her and village soon. I think the only Warriors of Chaos faction we didn't manage to snag, I think Kolek's gone too, though. Kolek got taken out by either Tomarkon or Grimgore pretty early on, and so did Festus. Oh, this is a fun map. But we have no idea where they're pulling from. Okay, what if we get real aggressive? I always like trying to put the cannons up top here, but I don't think that's a very good idea. We'll go cannons on the hill, and we'll go maybe one cannon up here, one we don't care about as much. Thank goodness you guys are all Chaos Warriors now. We'll go one Ascended Champion here, and then one on the other side. Actually gonna put the Marauder Horsemen up, because they can throw those javelins out of the woods. That's kind of funny. You guys well back. We can find a good target for you after the battle gets going. Same thing with you there, Kevin. You go back there with them. Then directly behind our aspiring champions, we shall deploy a unit of halberds here in the woods, and then a unit of halberds over here in the woods. Great axes, so that can all exploded right off the start. Yeah, something like that. Our single entities are taking the brunt of the initial combat, and then we can maneuver everyone as needed. And I think about it, since Slaanesh is the embodiment of excess, why should they pay for upkeeps? Considering they're filthy rich, well, they are also very greedy, so an excess in all things. This poor Hell Cannon is about to get obliterated. Go after those great cannons. Look at that. I didn't expect him to deploy up here in the corner. Run, boys, run! Alright, so here's how we'll scare them out. And it's not gonna work. This Hell Cannon's doomed. Alright, fair enough. Them being able to hide in the back corner there is gonna make things a bit spicy. Oh, we lost that Hell Cannon quickly. Alright, fair enough. Fireball towards the Great Cannon. Aggressive AI. Yeah, we get the first shot. It's an easy win. Problem was they were not. I didn't expect them to all be up here in the corner camping. AI be playing multiplayer. It does. It feels like lately I don't know when they did it, but it was a couple of updates ago. It feels like they told them to learn based on playing against what we're doing here. So they just straight up will pull multiplayer strategies sometimes. Or you'll notice where they're getting guys up to your front line. Why did you stop? And they will, as you've given all your attack orders, they'll move their line around to kind of mess your own attacks up. It was really noticeable in Pharaoh. With the amount of things you can do with this one with missiles and magic, it's not as noticeable in this game, but in things like Pharaoh, man, you were getting world class plays from your opponents. And Nurgle, I think Nurgle would bother buying equipment considering theirs is rusty and corroded. Yeah, in that case, that's where the favor and stuff's still coming in. Theirs do tend to be corroded, but it's more because of the plagues they're exposed to. Well, that's not going well at all. No, you guys need to fall back. We'll just keep wasting their ammo. Alright, reinforcements are coming on in. Let's just stay here on the hill. Let them move towards us. Cannons are still gonna fire, but they won't be able to hit for long. Normal Outriders are fun. They've got snipers in the woods. Alright. haven't played Nurgle. Are they a horde race? They are a blob race. They're played very similar to an extra slow version of... excuse me, of the vampire counts. Is how I can best describe them. All in the friends. You turn and blast here. You turn and fire here, and then you do the same for any of these other Null Ironside groups. Take those Outriders down. You go after the Hawkland long rifles there. Be honest, if I had to choose a Chaos God to serve, I'd go with Nurgle. Yes, my 4 would be totally disfigured, but I'd be worth it. Considering how Nurgle is. Nurgle lets you not feel the disease, but it doesn't mean the disease is not going to still affect you. But if Nurgle's your go-to, then fair enough. The Ironsides come on around. A little bit spooky back here. Sword activate, standard die activate. Another Flamestorm on these cannons. Then go ahead and charge into these. Oh, that fireball might be enough. Cheeky rat, that might be the final end. Take him down, take him down. Give yourself bonus damage. Bloody Fist charges on in. Yeah, the grenades are a problem, but we really can't do anything. Oh, they cut a night charge through. Come on, Wizard, do better than this. We had units all ready to go and everything, just didn't move them in. Beautiful. Alright, Kevin's still alive. Get after these cannons next. So then friends, you guys turn right on in. Yeah, there was the Bloody Fist. That's okay, the Bloody Fist is completely expendable. Because it comes back in a few turns. These knights, though, man. Torch them. Alright, great axes, get out there. Start chopping fools in half. Gonna go chase our Changebringers. Alright, cheeky. Get them down, go ahead and get out of there. Kevin is always the brink of death after these. He definitely needs a potion of healing. Or of something. Oh, I love the Hellstorm batteries back. Love that. I lie, of course. Move on up this way. Great axes in. Out of the easiest position to take down, please. Oh, good grief. Well, sneaky. Get up into the woods. Use the woods as a shield. We can hopefully scare them off with damage. It's not happening. Come on through, Changebringers get hit by rockets. Don't like that. You go deal with that. Alright, Zinj boys. Stop Herald Rocksbringer. Rocksbringer, whatever he's bringing. Back in, help out with these Ironsides. They are just going to run. Took them, now turn to hit these Outriders. Got so many gunners back here. Forward, boys, forward. Winning the missile duel. Fire club for yourself. That's when he miscasts and takes himself out. Beautiful. Bit of a messy one. How are you guys still in melee? Excuse me? They gave up on the rest of the fight. They're just like, we're gonna get rid of these cannons. Good for you. Alright. Yeah, good for you. Gave up on the fight itself. We're gonna get these cannons. They snuck someone to the cannons. They did indeed. I should have been watching both the chat and... Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end that battle there. Do we consider the Horned Rat as a major... No, he's a minor Chaos God. He becomes a major Chaos God in Age of Sigmar, after they betray Slaanesh. Which Chaos faction do you find easiest to play? Easiest to play, I would say, is Khorne. You group your units together with Khorne and you attack all forward. Or, alternatively, you make a melee checkerboard, basically a Roman manipulator formation, and you just march forward. Same with that. You let your front line hit the enemy, let them blob up on that front line, and then you smash into the flanks there. Khorne is ridiculously simple. And then from there, it's probably Tzeentch, then Nurgle, then Slaanesh. Slaanesh has the capabilities of doing things like we've seen with our Bretonnia SFO campaign, where their cavalry charges just melt lines. However, their troops are also made out of, like, wet tissue paper, so they get shot once, and they just go away. Once they get some kills, though, they get a lot tankier, but until then, so those first initial couple charges, they take a lot of damage, usually, unless you get some really, really good sneaky plays. You gotta be really, really cagey with Slaanesh. Use lots of pavanes to pull units out of formation and force them to rampage, and then charge into them. But, you know, Khorne's the easiest, and then Tzeentch second, because you can just throw blue fire for days and profit. Oh, they got one of our cannons.
To the victor, go the souls.
In fact, with the different buffs, you can get to where you can just throw a blue fire every single time the cooldown's done. So as soon as the first blue fire is done casting, you can cast a second one, and then a third one, and then a fourth one, until you run out of magic. No cooldowns whatsoever. I can't think of Slaanesh without remembering the videos of the dude turning Warhammer into Freak Hammer. I mean, fair. Slaanesh does have that as its main kind of up front because of excess, but they're kind of excess in anything. So if it's someone like, and I hate to say it, but even like Beethoven would probably have been claimed by Slaanesh just because he enjoyed piano so much. He was obsessed with the perfecting of piano and the symphony, and so because of that, he would be a Slaanesh devotee on accident. Or like someone who's really, really obsessive about their bladesmanship. They would also fall to Slaanesh instead of Khorne. Your actions have drawn the attention of the Chaos Gods. Though they are fickle, we can go for My Legion's Cataclysm of Metal. And his Golden Globe is not my favorite, but it's still a Cataclysm spell. It's a Cataclysm spell. We roll the Indiana Jones boulder at him. You can, like, yeah, it's true. If you really, really like gummy bears too much, Slaanesh will really be about that.
Yes.
It's not just the sex stuff. It's Slaanesh is several. Just obsession or excess in anything is what he's about. We can divert Bob and Garrulus. Lovely. Souls are sent to Slaanesh alongside idols of corruption, allowing his influence to seep into the mortal plane. Battle Masters, Trickster discovered and burned to the ground. Evil. With that logic, shouldn't Khorne worshippers get taken by Slaanesh since they're, well, kind of, but their obsession is specifically to what empowers Khorne, and so that's why they would, because any of them are obsessed with certain things like disease or whatever, but since their obsession is aligning with that Chaos God specifically, but you're right, that does blur the lines quite a bit, and that is probably why it's not so simple as to what god you're going to fall to sometimes. Slaanesh authority for every single gift that is active. Slaanesh is the excess of everything. So yeah, esports players would fall easily. You're so very correct.
Bring ruin.
Especially the League of Legends players, and that's why Slaanesh is one of the strongest Chaos Gods. Because any and every moment, any and everything, there will be someone having. Yep, exactly. Same thing. Same thing with this world. All of the four gods have something going on that empowers them at all times. so that's why they're so tough. More bloodletters. Do we have anything else going on that's fun? I heard a call from Minotaurs. Do we have any of those? Can we really not bring in Minotaurs? Alright, I guess we riot then. Where are my Minotaurs? That's what Blood Greed's for. These guys aren't Minotaurs. I guess they count. There are versions of Minotaurs. And we will keep moving these around to get more gifted powerhouses. So more Change Bringers always makes me happy. What else we got here? Malignant Maws. How about instead of Malignant Maws, we grab more artillery. Plague Artillery for me. Hellfire. Yes, that works great. Or Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. We have so many souls right now that it just doesn't matter. Maybe building that allows Minotaurs to be recruited? Maybe. And if you're saying that because you know it. Oh, no, we just get spawn. Wait, where are our Chaos Minotaurs? They don't exist. I bet you how you get them is through an area with high corruption. So we need to combat into one of our high corn corruption areas, and then we can get them through there. What's the deal with Tzeentch? That's all good. Tzeentch is a weird one. I always hear talk about the other gods, but never see them mentioned much. Tzeentch is the most hated of the gods. That tends to be why it isn't mentioned. Tzeentch is just all about sorcery and betrayal and deceit. So anytime you're being an absolute rat, Tzeentch is all about it. So Tzeentch does really, even you could say, a lot of what the Skaven do empowers Tzeentch. I think we're going to come back over here and get Gunbad. We're going to make sure we wipe out the stunties completely. There's no one in Gunbad that should be able to ambush us here. Famous last words. Sweet.
Truth is war.
Yeah, you guys go get Karakadrin for me. Tzeentch is a change and trick. He's the god of cunning and betrayal. Yep, and he's also the god that is basically, from several sources, he might actually be the Winds of Magic himself. So a long time ago, Tzeentch was the strongest of the Chaos Gods, and the others teamed up to basically destroy him and basically shattered Tzeentch and scattered his pieces throughout the realms because he was too strong, and they never wanted to see him get that powerful again. And we're just going to stay here, let them come up and feed themselves. And so because of that, they're saying all the winds of different scholars think that the different winds of magic is just pieces of Tzeentch. And I think it actually is. It's been confirmed that it is just pieces of Tzeentch kind of that have been spread all over the place, which is pretty cool. Tzeentch is the god of magic, knowledge, and especially change. Changes everything in the world. From a star exploding to a supernova is change. A galaxy forming is change. Tzeentch is the changer of ways. Anything that is changing, anything that is being sneaky or deceitful, he's all about it. I think about it, isn't the Horde Rat basically every bad trait without the good parts? You could definitely think of it that way. Pretty much though. Bob the Stinking, we have him get devoted to chaos, and same thing with Garrulus here. My favorite. Hey there, I'm Batman. Good to see you. Hello there, Scrag. Oh, it's an act of treachery. Too bad I don't care about treachery. We're not going to call our allies to help, though. We're going to deal with this ourselves. Treacherous, because I don't want any of them to be betraying our trust and breaking any deals. We'll go Strider on our Corn Devoted, and then just wipe them out with a quick auto-resolve here. At any point, each of the gods becomes stronger than the other three, causing the other three to join forces against that. Tends to happen, yep. If at any point one of them becomes too strong, the others team up. And there's the Slayer of Kings route complete. Hip hip hooray. We'll go ahead and continue though. Zul's fate. Slayer of Kings has slaked his thirst with royal blood, but now the blade grows white hot in Archaon's hand. Steel shudders as the demon speaks. I have such a hankering to give this man an extreme over-the-top Southern accent. Release me from this steel thraldom. Here, we'll give him a super Scottish accent. Release me from this steel thraldom, Everchosen, so that I may kill for the mighty Corn once more. To taste the blood he spills rather than watch it drip down the walls of my prison. The wield and not be wielded. You swore I would be free. You swore. So we can either free Uzul or deny him. So what happens if you free him? Do we get trails behind Archaon's warhost, scavenging valuables? We become weaker. We get a lot more goodies. Get out of here, Uzul. We lied. 20% more weapon strength, burning leader. Or burning rage, use an explosion. More of an escape explosion, and then tempered rage. Every kill made increases our ward save. Ironically, the Demon's Wrath only serves to strengthen the Everchosen further. Demon Man voice actor confirmed. Yeah, I am Uzul. The extreme over-the-top Scottishman. Free an enemy is a fatal mistake. Better to free them with their head. Well done, Bigger Hank. That was kind of anticlimactic, but now that second route is done. And so for permanently here, we have Uzul denied. How fun. So Archaon, what do you look like now in terms of damage? Actually, that's fairly pitiful, but I mean, 664 upper piercing is still, it's a chunk each swing, isn't it? Especially with the likes of the Slayer of Kings ability there, buffing it up by 75%. That's fair enough. Alright, glorious. Now we just have that final route. The end times. Reichland, time to die. Really, no upgrades to be had there? Well, in that case, Midnight Uppeteer. We'll go ahead and pop in the Chaos Knight building here, because I'd like to get some knights in a hurry. And that just adds them to the overall pool. Silver Road at Karak, we pop in the Gemstone. That's just one additional Winds of Magic? Nah, garbage. We'll pop in the Warband Camp then to keep it safe. Where's the Sword of Cain currently? Looks like it is in Nagaroth. We'll have to figure out who has it. But it is in Nagaroth.
Demon Prince.
On's fleas, we'll go ahead and claim Averheim then. Really have to fight it again. Ow! My warriors! What the absolute devil was that? Now Kevin's guys are now very wounded again. We can, though, bring in pretty much anything we want. So, I'm thinking Hail Cannon, of course. And that's what we're allowed to get. Alright, fair enough. What else did we lose here? We lost a Hell Cannon. Oh, and the ROR. And the Empire will burn, and Sigmar will have lost his grandchild. If I remember correctly, Karl Franz is a direct descendant of Sigmar. That I'm not aware of. Get some shotguns then.
Chaos is all.
Chaos is all. Ritual Hut for more replenishment, and Skylar, you're stuck here for one more turn.
I'll ignore that.
I'll ignore that.
Prince.
Alright, more chosen with dual weapons. Axe and board chosen, and now Ralph is truly ascended. What we might end up doing is turning both these Chaos Warriors over into Skull Crushers, because, I mean, that is bonus versus large. Yeah, in fact, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So upgrade them to the Lance Knights, and then up to rank 8. The next. Doesn't Sigmar literally? Yes, he does. He takes over the body of Franz, and gets it rather destroyed by Archaon.
I serve the Blood God.
In the end times, Karl is taken over by Sigmar. Yep. Baldemir the Savior.
Azazel, Prince.
I do love that Cody Bond is still alive here.
I see wisdom eludes you.
I see wisdom eludes you.
Darkling Prince.
I'm gonna go ahead and take out Uberstrike then. You can sit here and stare as we burn these people. A close victory? What are we looking at here? No. None of that. What are you talking about? Incest. None of that here. No, Sigmar's a god, so he just possesses him. Oh, I see. But gets it rather torn up. No. Archaon gives him the stabs with the sword. Like, well, that could be also attributed the same. No, not that kind of stabs. No one's having a good time here. Love how Grimgor kicks Archaon on the groin. You gotta get one good hit in. I'm not sure why it's thinking Azazel's gonna lose so hard here. That's just one Bright Mage. You know how fast we'll scare this guy away? See, I'm not up to date fully on my end times lore, so if I don't know that Grimgor fights him, so if you guys have any actual information. I know he fights him in the Storm of Chaos. I don't... At least I'm pretty sure he fights him in Storm of Chaos, but I don't know if he does in proper end times. I am not aware of this lore. It's the Uberstrike 5. Uberstrike 5. But when the world explodes, Archaon survives and goes to the warp, I guess. Yeah, and he gets... Dorger gets extremely upgraded after eating a couple extra worlds. Him and Dorger go off to be, I guess, a raiser of other fantasy universes, or other just universes in the world. And Dorger eats other gods and gets real big and strong. He evolves a few times like a Pokemon. Alright. Marquee of Masochism, we got everyone here together. Let's go give him a hug. Oh, I thought they weren't actually up here waiting. Yeah, let's go take out this Empire captain first. We'll kind of sneak around behind him. Go for the Witch Hunter, and then everyone else forward. Under slaughter. Drink their pain. Excited for the upcoming Slaaneshi DLC? I am, actually. Yep, absolutely. And they've even mentioned that they are going to be taking some looks at how Slaanesh is a bit too weak at the moment. Where their units can just go down in a hurry if they're even looked at. It's very Slaanesh, but you want your guys to be a bit more staunch than that. Alright, Temptator, Oathseeker, Demon Blade. Everyone on the wall's having a bad time. Oh, I missed the one guy we were trying to get. They're casting spells. Right, well, the first of the Uberstrike 5 is going down quite quickly. Force you into a melee. I thought you could actually get up and throw stuff at him, but I guess not. In the gatehouse then. Knights go round. I think they're getting each his way. So Delbert, you get out of their way. Next is the Witch Hunter. Treat that charge bonus increase, and we will go ahead and make them nice and scared too.
Exalted betrayer.
Why can't I make them scared? There we go. I'll tell you, I don't care that the end times kill basically everyone. I'm more mad at that most of the legendary lords straight up went missing. Or never heard of again. Yeah, it's very true. Excuse me, game. What is happening here? What? We really? There wasn't really anything going on there. Alright, I'll try to get things back up as quick as we can. Crash, huh? It's a bit unfortunate, because that's going to take us back a little bit here. So what Azazel having so much fun, it killed the game. Pretty much. We'll see how far back that takes us. I'm not going to worry about rage quitting this time. We'll just play on through. If there's any fight that we could auto-resolve, we lose a couple units, we'll just do that this time. comment section here has become a place to learn more about Warhammer. That's where they should be. If you're coming into a Warhammer channel, is unless they're sitting there teaching you all about strategy the whole time, you're just kicking back having a good time. Learn some lore when you can. I don't have the most knowledge, but listen, I've been watching as many of these lore beards as I can to try to get caught up. I'm so spooked by how far back that went. Please. You got one more turn back, right? Good grief. It's so stupid they have ads in lives. Yeah, that's an unfortunate one. Or at least YouTube likes to put them in at different times that are the most inopportune. Got an ad, come back to black screen. Well, you came back to Zazel crashing our game. On a side note, I've been hyperfixated on Pacific Rim lately. Their mechs are perfect. Hey, actually, you're not wrong. You go back and watch Pacific Rim, and it's at least the first one. The second one's still kind of a joke. The animation, they do a lot more shortcuts that they just didn't take with the first one. If you learn more about what it took to go into just making that movie, that was an insane amount of work. And as kind of a goofy as an overall premise it is, it comes out pretty great. I mean, people who listen, I'm not going to say it's all the way goofy, because some people absolutely adore the giant mechs punching monsters thing. My more thing I thought was goofy that we needed two people working in exact sync to pilot the mechs. I was like, okay, this is an extra step. Let me just have one dude who's a badass kicking people in the throat. But yeah, they added their own flair to it. You're absolutely correct. The mechs in that one are awesome. All the different designs and the different world powers is awesome. Oh, good. This went back. Roxburger's about to attack Kevin again, so we'll have that battle once more. Awesome. Yeah, that's just the way it is. We have an opportunity now to go for the commandment and rib peaks, though. I wish we had a movement increase, but we'll take, well, they've come to the wrong place. I have a box of chocolates with me here. I mean, there you go. I had a snack and it's gone. I don't know if it was stolen by one of the cats or the lady wizard came in a second ago when I wasn't paying attention.
What could you possibly offer me,
Mutant spawn. No peace, Malekith. Only the void. We'll repeat the same insult as last time. Arc extinction better than Pacific Rim. I'm not so sure about that one. Ons comes on in once more. Well, I guess we'll get to see if we can fight this battle a little bit better, huh? Take two with Roxburger. I can't lose my entire army. I think the two-pilot thing actually makes it cooler. I mean, fair enough. Because the fact that the mental strain on it is too much. Yes, that is fair. There's such massive robots that the mental strain is too much. That's a fair point. It's their own little spin on it, and while it may not be my absolute favorite, it does make Pacific Rim unique. I know about both, but Pacific Rim is just peak. Got a bag of little Debbie powder donuts. Those are absolutely perfect. All right, well, we know you're going to hide this time, so what we will do... I kind of want to be overly aggressive and set all of our cannons up here and risk all of them at once. How about that? Risking all of our cannons at once sound like a good idea? I think so. They win all that on one side here, but we can bring you lot to protect against those cavalry charges that we know are going to come. Do our best to keep Kevin a little bit more alive this time, but only a little bit. You Forsaken on this side, you on this side. Changebringers we'll try to be more aggressive with too, because we can just summon him more if they die. One of the things I did realize, the demons are expendable. Zeech. Let's not get our cannons be attacked this time. Yeah, well, see what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna set them up on purpose. Excuse me. I mean, all right then. Nothing you can do about it. We'll just deploy this way then. We have the high ground, Anakin. So the AI is going for a different deployment pattern this time around. We a trope of mechs fighting monsters. Japan did it first. Pacific Rim is beloved because of the designs and how actions really convey the weight of all the mass. You know, I would agree. They do a really good job of the scale in Pacific Rim. This was really well done.
We fight for change. March and scourge. Yet to stop.
Okay, right on the edge of those cannons. Range will bring you two Changebringers over here to defend the flank from the Outriders. Into the woods. Still gonna keep you here. Nothing's getting up the side. And I'm gonna walk Hammerstorm directly at their lord. You guys guard here. Great axes to this position. Keeping on the whole mech topic, would the Skaven and Dwarves be the first to fully? It would guaranteed be the Skaven. The Skaven do technology advances so much faster than the Dwarves simply because the Dwarves have to test things for hundreds of years. It has to be perfect for hundreds of years before they're even willing to use it at all. Oblivion calls. You guys have done something foolish. Now. You said fully functional? You said fully functional. It'll still... It functions enough to kill as many people as you need it to. And I still think it would be the Skaven just because of how much faster they get their advancements. There we go. That was a really good ambush. Come on back, Stinky. Harold, where are you at? Man, you were slow. Get Hull and Sheik back towards our lines here. Get you all back in fire at will. So two of you blasting these Knights of the Blazing Sun. You hit the captain. Alright, reinforcements have arrived. You go ahead and get big a shot on. All four of you can. Blood for the blood got it up. Herald charge straight into these knights. The blue horrors, Zeech. Ooh, good kiting. Fair enough. Back behind our line, you two there, Kevin. Oh, they're going after the Changebringers? Fair enough. Come back this way. The Cores are already fighting the same area. You go chase Roxburger. Get back together. You come over this way. We can catch him in a kill box of our own making here. Especially now. Power up yourself. And then switch targets. Realize you're firing at the wrong guy there. Alright, a little bit sweaty. This had to get. Coming in through in lance formation. Brave. That's fine. Wait, hang on now. What? How did these guys get in here? I'm sorry, what? The sneakiest of mounted yeomen. Blow up the grenade troops here. Keep taking them down. be all in on taking out a Hell Cannon strategy. Not going well for him this time. Chase them down. Let's go. Burning Head. Did it bounce properly? If it bounces improperly, it's going through our line. Let's see.
Total power!
Please. Please. No! Thankfully, it's just hitting our Forsaken. That doesn't seem right. This angle looks a good bounce back this way, but... Hey, you get what you deserve sometimes. Rip them to pieces. Haru. Alright, Changebringers, this way. The spell is cast. Go cook those great cannons. You do the same here. That worked even better than last time. Please get in there and cook those great cannons. Flamestorm here. You had one last chance to survive, and now it's over. Weakness to fire. Why is there so many of these Furies as I need to? Skaven did blow up the moon at some point too. They don't care about risk yet. There's zero risk there, especially since they'll have the first prototypes for mechs. We're getting back to that now. The first prototypes for them, they would have 100% be using Skaven slaves. So all that bit in, I think, was it Iron Man 2, where they have all the kind of the bloopers of people trying to create their own Iron Man suits and going it horribly. You get lots of that with Skaven, except for it'd probably be much more gory. But they would 100% be the ones to figure it out first. The Dawi gunpowder, even, like, they're Thunderers. They've been using them for a very long time. And still the most traditionalist Dawi, just, they do not like them. So your Empire handguns actually they tend to be, while not better quality crafting, they are still more advanced handgun models. Now that I think about it, I wouldn't put it past Claw to make a fully functional giant mech just for its... Which is kind of what the Storm Fiends are there in the end times. Exactly, that's what this game would think. Yeah, except for just not the explosion as Kamikaze. Except for I would put it past him to put a Warpstone, or like a Warpstone reactor in it in some way where if it takes critical damage, then it just detonates like a Warpstone nuke. Went way better the first time. Granted, knowing where they were going to spawn in at and them trying to switch their tactics entirely didn't work well for them at all.
Your executions shall be painful.
Alright, well this turn's going on. I'm going to go ahead and quickly run to the roast room, grab a refill of drink. I'll probably take me hopefully no more than 5 minutes, and I will be right on back to continue where we left off. Alright, we return. And the eye opens again. Oh, does it not give us the momentum this? Oh, I guess it, yes, it does give us murderous momentum. Oh, heck, hang on now. That's even better than a Cataclysm spell. 100% movement replenished after a win. So now we are Scarbrand Prime. Let's get through this in a hurry. And I'm gonna save. Right now. Just so we don't have any more issues. Going for some tea. Remember to stay hydrated. That's what I did too. All these near us has a great big. Also, no sponsor, but all these if you want to. Hey, sponsor. We've got like this great big Arizona tea pack. So the lady was just picking them up. I gotta be an Arnold Palmer now, because that's pretty much what we're down to. Yeah, we go back to that echo chamber. Swap over all of these gifts here. So back to, well, instead of the Changebringers, let's go ahead and grab one of these big mutagenic boys. Big mutagenic boys. Back to Plague Artillery. Hell-Forged Fury. How about some more Monkey Lads instead, and then another Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. That's good to me. So let's make sure I use the break thing on YouTube. Okay, good, it did end. How is it supposed to? Perfect. Mild dehydration is paint. Listen up, you. You're not supposed to drink that. Oh, do we have to do the Azul stuff again, too? Yeah, we do, don't we? Alright, Bigger Hank, go wipe out Karak. Yes, we declare war, and no, we don't bring our allies. Murder them. Go ahead and claim Karak once again. Oh, look. Victory Round 2 is done. We deny Azul. Off topic, we can all agree that Kislev has some kind of law that allows human... no. And there's no human bear marriage here, not in my Kislev. That seems like a good way to get chucked into the oblasts to die. I don't think Kislev has that. No, they definitely don't. Let's see here. Ruination or Despoilers. Let's go Despoilers. Karanak. Hunter. This music is it still giving us the victory music here? First, the Leper's pretty dang good for dealing with just about anything elite. Jimbo will go for a Blight Boil for blowing up big blobs. Trading for you. Stinky Boy gets devoted of chaos, and so does Garrulus. For chaos. I guess we could go head over here and take Zufbar. There's only one settlement for them left after that. Letting the Dawi stick around is a bad idea, so we'll go into March and we'll go wipe out Mount Goodbad. It does slow us down, though. Speaking of, when the hell are the French getting an update? The combo of medieval France and England we'll see. It's one of those where they started to do an update. They've done one update on or at least we have one DLC on a DLC faction, that being the Ogre Kingdoms. We'll see if they do anything for Bretonnia, but I think they've made mention that Bretonnia will only ever be getting FLC. Which is a shame. Let's go ahead and take out Averheim then. Once again. And then we have Azazel go attack. What was it, Wissenberg?
Azazel.
No, Azazel was attacking Uberstrike. What if instead of Uberstrike we go hit Codius?
I see wisdom eludes you.
I see wisdom eludes you.
Wills it.
Let's find out. How tough are you really? Little quick save, so we can come back here if there's any kind of issues with the Zazel, and onward to victory. It'd be really great if they got a surprise update here with the Tides of Torment. But I don't think that's going to happen. It would also be kind of cool if, since everyone thinks the third, I mean, it seems pretty obvious at this point, the third faction is going to be the High Elves, but it would be cool if it was perhaps someone else. Like Bretonia. Or the Lizardmen and we get Teto Echo. See, would you all want Teto Echo more, or would you want the Sea Lord Isling? Good, rocks, my favorite. Thought deployment, and let's do this. Check the other side of the map real quick. This will probably be where we attack from, at least with the Soul Grinder, that way we can see it all the way across. Or the Billion Scaven update. Well, the color scheme they have is bright blue, so bright blue is really very limited. I was gonna say they could pull a fast one. I'm almost scared to just speak this into existence, but they could pull a fast one and it ends up being Yin Yin.
Prince's minions.
That would be, I don't know if people would actually be very happy with that though. I think Bretonia will get an update. You can't have the Empire, Dawi, High Elves get updates, but not one of the factions was the literal first game to the trilogy. Yeah, they've just kind of kept with the excuse though that since they are a free LC faction, that they basically came prepackaged complete. And I would agree with you though that it doesn't feel like that's correct at all. That's one on each side here. One set of spawn on each side too. Devastating flanker on spawn is insanely powerful. And then you two can set up on this side and then just keep them infused for a while. I'm going out with Zazel. But I know I didn't grab you. The debauched ones. You guys go back over there on the other side. It is good vision. Team Azazel.
That is wise.
Team Delbert, and then the extras.
Legions require you as one.
Require you as one. At this point, we'll get Silk Song before Bretonia.
Heard of Slanesh's coterie.
You may not be wrong.
Are my playthings.
You may not be wrong. And we'll land on these archers real quick. We'll just let this be our initial. We have to focus. When you are microing Slanesh, you have to stick with the group you are microing. We'll hit them with the Pavane.
Arcane might.
Everyone wants to hang out together. We're gonna have a great time. We'll just drop a Phantasmagoria. They're doing nothing. You attack here. Everything else, go ahead and just keep advancing. Come through to help Azazel. Azazel, you can keep dancing around back here. You go into the grenades. In fact, one of our first things needs to be... I guess, where were you at? Vein of Slaneshing these grenades, and then charging them. Azazel, you keep dancing around. Go ahead and Vein the Noble Sons Abroad. Don't get too close.
Spreading corruption.
Can't get too close. The grenades have to shoot into the units that we don't care about as much. We don't have the, we don't have the winds of magic to Pavane them. Darn it, Azazel. You ruined everyone's time here. Iron Knights are having a bad time. Speaking of, you two move in. Stand here and find targets. In fact, there's Cody in his tank. Perfect target.
As you desire. Destroy them.
Destroy them.
Unbridled destruction.
Alright, drain them.
Azazel,
of their lifebloods.
Warriors of Senesh.
And anything else you could possibly trade from them. Alright, Azazel, you need to get moving. Into the next group. A demon blade. Actually, stay here and drop the slicing shards.
A gift for you.
A gift for.
As long as we draw breath, they will die.
Slow-mo action here. Look at Azazel chucking this poor guy around. Ooh. Right through your tum-tum. You've got a new belly button, you do. And then everyone else. Can't wait for Skylar's army to grow stronger and more thematic. Hi, man. What theme do you want us to build in for them? Don't like getting bogged down here. You, Marquis. Get moving. Slash forward. Everyone else go this way.
For the Prince of Chaos.
Get another slicing shards here. How awesome. They have a ton of units for us to chop through, though. There's gonna be some more. Hazel, you go this direction.
All shall die.
Just in time to watch the shards delete this entire corner.
Visit destruction.
Visit destruction.
Agony and ecstasy.
Now, ears are useless. Capture. Break this unit for me real quick. We need the mark. Oh, the Marquis getting shot to pieces. Pull back. Get through into the silver bullets. Those bullets being silver is what makes that so scary.
At once. Spellcasting.
Gotta wait.
I am irresistible.
Alright, Azazel, be careful. I drop in, go for the Temptator.
Power of
Charge bonus. Demon Blade. And then we can Aerofy here.
arcane might.
You going nowhere, buds.
Feed in my power.
Caspagoria kicks down. As soon as you're wavering, it gives Azazel a nice chunk of healing.
Slaughter.
Delicious. While you're no longer hitting Cody,
Warriors of Senesh.
even have to get through these archers. Oh, those the grenade launchers? Yeah, they're back.
Prince of perversion.
After that zone for me, go for a Phantasmagoria on this big group. Summon the Latch. We get these handgunners next. How are my knights doing? And capturing zones, that's how they're doing.
Saints are craving.
Go run down the Noble Sons of Brawn if you can.
Exalted Domination of Senesh.
Warriors of Senesh.
Catch him.
Exalted
Even as you keep going after these archers, this group, like you're out of ammo. Advance.
Azazel, Prince of
That's a lot of dudes. Azazel, how about you give him a slicing shard? Or chaos, indeed, Nick. Welcome. Good to have you. Azazel has been match combat animation. For days, he must have a whole bunch of either it's a higher chance to go off against the Empire, or Azazel's just are really well calibrated.
gratifying. Azazel, Prince of Damnation.
Getting murdered. Come on through, go ahead and Enfeebling Foe on Bondamir there.
Exalted Domination.
Maybe one or two sneaky slithery beasts too. Oh, I guess I didn't see what you were looking for. Maybe Beastmen minor rework for the lores, basically Torox or nothing at this point. Oh no, I actually disagree on that one.
Success.
They could definitely use a rework, but
We
all of
desire
the
torment.
Beastmen feel pretty good. I guess with the exception of Kazrak, I don't have a fun time playing Kazrak.
Pain is life.
Yeah, so we peeled them apart.
Warriors of Senesh.
Archaon, go over here and deliver the final blow to
Exalted
Godia's Bondamir. I guess because he's on a tank, he's unbreakable.
of secrets.
He's doing a really good job against our Demonettes. Go ahead and get them out of there. Everyone else is gone, though.
A season
Alright, hit him with a pavane.
of damnation.
And then an acquiescence.
The Archaon
You don't do what you want, you do what is Zaze.
lead in my power.
Bit of YouTube drama. Get rid of Tony Bones. Our assassin has been sent. Alright, so just as you were saying, you want Exalted Demonettes, demons themed basically. Chaos Frontline. Yeah, we'll have to see just how many we're allowed to have in that army. But we can also pull some more demons from the other Slanesh faction we have. I think we only have one under our control. And that one is good enough. Did you know Azazel can reach something up to like negative 67 leadership if you do things right? Yeah, he is the leadership nuke. While Scarbrand's just gonna tear your face off and put it back on upside down, Azazel will make you run for your life. Quickly. Alright, a decisive win, 101 fall on our side of the field. Mostly these demonettes that were brawling with Cody and his tank. We get 100% of our movement back, so we'll go ahead and sack Karak Asgraz, and then we can go over here and hit Uberstrike with 100% movement.
Azazel,
That's insane.
Prince of damnation.
There'll be only 2 points left for you. Okay, then it's probably good to just keep upgrading himself. So we'll go Woundmaker. Meanwhile, Volkia will make you feel things. Yes. And she had by far the worst of the trailers. That wasn't even close. Yes, let's just show Volkia getting the smack kicked out of her for a while.
I see your heart.
I see your heart. Excuse me, Uberstrike 5. This is even worse than last time. The field. Most of the things that Valkia makes you feel is a spear through the chest, but... I still find it so weird how the tank is able to just hurt so much in melee. Would expect it to die easily like crazy melee defense, but the fact that it solos lords is lame. Yeah, it is a little bit silly. The steam explosions make sense for clearing out groups of melee infantry and things like that, but it should absolutely get dumpstered by lords. And the problem is, I guess it does bring in the actual, what makes it kind of funky is it brings in the lords combat stats. I think it modifies them a little bit, but it brings in the lords combat stats. And so you get some pretty interesting situations where the tank can be stronger than a lot of Chaos Lords and most mages in the entire game. Alright, feed you up front to catch arrows. I don't know if it's worth it to have it throw the javelins or the light javelins at the wall, but we'll see. The legendary Thomas the Train. Yes, of course, the legendary Thomas.
Prince of damnation.
Is the gatehouse broken? You're just not able to attack it. Interesting. Alright, well, we will... Are you a siege attacker? You are. Go smack those gates. With the mirror guard helping. everyone else can file in as well. We can take the walls without really worrying about the hit to our stamina, really. You two go around and start chopping through these gates. You two, Marquis. That gatehouse belongs to you. Okay, so Azazel, we'll have you go deal with the, I'd say the right mage first. Alright, so the crossbows are all moving around. We'll pavane the mage that can't cast spells and destroy. Sorry, friend. Oof. Throat chop by Slanesh's twin white snakes. The most evil Hermes that has ever existed. Let's go ahead and drop slicing shards on those that think they can surround Azazel. Oh yes, bring weapons to bear. That'll save you from the sky. Well, that's a bunch of units fleeing for their lives already, which should be buffing up Azazel to high hell. You know, another thing about it would be possible to have a legendary lord in fantasy that's straight up a machine with no solar vehicle. Yes, it probably would be. Well, it would be. Well, I guess less that there's no soul to it, but more that it'd be far more likely to have. Get in here and start knocking through some gates. And even as moved off to the side, you guys go and start working your way up to the walls. Hey there, Rinimos. Good to see ya. How are things going there? Am I late in chaos? Yeah, a wee bit, but no one's ever late to this kind of carnage. We're deploying ladders now. Chaos Warriors getting up to the walls. Everyone's about to have a bad time. And backline's wiped out. Let's go ahead and deal with the Waystalker next. Imagine risking your life and taking orders from your lord that's just a Toyota. I don't know if many people are going to do that. Are you taking orders from a Toyota there, Blackberry? Good. You should stop trying to run. That makes you weak, Waystalker. Yeah, stop trying to run. Give you the. Let's get not too close so we don't break the game again. As Slanesh will. The more together demonettes will send up the walls as well to go deploy the butt ladders. A little bit you missed a crash that set us back. And we got set back a fair distance. In this very battle here. No one's down to the lash, can do anything. The Waystalker did manage to escape? You cheeky. Go get those witch hunters, man. Waystalker, you think I'm going to get that witch? I lied. Go get the Waystalker instead. A lot of lads are just waiting to do stuff. Now we're through the gates, get them. Destroy. Kill, maim, burn. Marquis, you are taking your sweet time getting through that gatehouse. That is just a thing. Although, here come the Purple Hoof Knights. And their Seahorse brothers. Hello, everyone. How are things going? It's gonna be much cheaper with you, so everyone in this square here should just stick around and not worry about leaving. Leaving after we brought all these friends and all this food would be rude. That is a corner you don't want to be. That with no place to go, it's like the Ubertrike 5 or no more. Azazel's portrait with his enormous Giga Chad chin. Fair enough. I get Z Giga Chad Azazel. Yeah, no, could you use knights? Giga Chad Azazel only uses armored legions. Which now, because of that, we may have to make a legions of Slaanesh only. Although these guys have already started to evolve. Finally, we'll get. Well, I guess there's no other way to put it. They're turning into boob snakes, but it's good that we're gonna have the steeds of Slaanesh. You'll finally have that elite here.
A plaything, a toy.
Cavalry for Slaanesh as well. Because currently they're the only ones that don't. So if we come on in here. There's no highest tier, but there soon will be.
I am chosen.
Alright, we'll go ahead and just claim Rivers right then. That belongs to me now.
Demon Prince.
So we can hit Helmgart Fort, and then turn around to defend for the Bretonnians. I think that's what we'll do.
Murder them.
Helmgart is... That's going to be a little bit spicy, isn't it? It'll be a fun battle though, won't it? XCOM came to mind. Have you seen the what they've shown off so far for the Steeds of Slaanesh there, Blackberry? I mean, they did exactly what I expected to do, because I know there were several that were thinking how they were going to add them on, and they just gotta cover them up. Easy. There are dark elves that are dressed more lewdly than some of the demonettes. I see a fellow man of culture. These high-tier towers, ooh, gross. Okay, so in that case, we're gonna send Scylla and the boys in to break up issues before we send in any of the actual legions. Oh, we forgot to upgrade the warriors up to Chosen. That's not allowed. One back up the road a little bit there, boys. Halberdiers up to the side. Slaughter Guard, my absolute favorite. These guys are a nightmare. 40 chariots, giant. Actually, the giant should have a pretty easy time waddling up, and if it gets blown up by the towers, so be it. Come on, man. Go, Chaos. Well, Matt brings back an amount of PTSD I haven't felt since Helldivers. Oh, what, were you there on Malevolent Creek, too? Are you also a veteran of the Creek? Let's get moving. I'm going to be curious as to how much gunfire you guys can absorb here. A fair margin. Run, Scylla. Run like your life depends on it. At the moment, it does. Straight down the middle. Oh, they're scared of the walls coming down. That's fair. Alright, Armored Legions. Up. Into battle. You two, slow your roll. Gotta go knock out those mortars. And by mortars, I mean, hey look, handguns.
Unbridled chaos.
Actually, Kill for Corn should hit these great swords up on top. Oh, I was wrong. I was pretty sure it used to. Yeah, just start ripping through these handguns. Here across the field, we'll go ahead and send the Famir in to help out with the gatehouse. Chaos, good. Power of the skies. Alright, blow up those mortars for me. Keep knocking on their walls and their gates. I don't think the Ether Swords is very worth it. Sadly, I was about 3 days late to the creek. Fair enough. There's still plenty of other places to get traumatized in Helldivers, that's for sure.
Destroy everything.
Ooh, nope, let's go ahead and ignore that group. Look at the gatehouse, and as soon as these walls come down, they're having a great in single file line. Whip Zerk. Give him the old shop. Wall section down. Send in the Famir and the trolls. And this entire section of very angry burly men. Trolls go this way. Smash them. 2 pieces. In fact, we're gonna all move through the... Yes, Sila's almost through. We're gonna all move through that gap. Alright, handguns, do what you can. Get another Deathbringer going. Gonna wade through these filthy blood bags. You guys will take the walls there, and then you come in to help. We'll deploy the pink horrors after they've got inside the walls. Come on, everyone, you can do it. Extra speed. Crimson Juggernaut. Extra damage. Through the gates. Launch them. Chaos, good. Good, Sila, you go ahead and run back through this way. We can go ahead and hit the Kill for Corn. Knights of the Realm. Explosion. Enjoy losing control of your Knights of the Realm. Get 'em. Infantry, we will lock you, we'll just send you forward. Go ahead and deploy your pink horrors wherever you can. Idiots, let's have you come back through into these crossbowmen. Are you thinking about adding some Tomb King monsters to this squad here? Or to which one? Oh, the Blood Bees are getting smacked. Right, we could use a... I guess you don't get Cultists of Corn, do you? We could definitely use one, though. Or go ahead and turn around here, Sila, charge these Knights of the Realm. Blood Beast, get out beyond the wall, you're taking too much damage. You're embarrassing me in front of Bull. We first have to reach the Tomb Kings. That is very true. If anything for the Tomb Kings, we're definitely going to be bringing in some of the Screaming Skull catapults and their caskets of souls. You really feel like Tomb Kings are overlooked? Oh, I see. You're talking about for actual like unit editions. Yeah, since they were added, the Tomb Kings haven't really had anything going on at all. Blood Beasts get wiped out. It kind of looks like it. Slaughter Guard, you're capturing walls. Yeah, come on down here and get these Empire Knights for me. You know, there's a lot of pathing issues kind of across the way here. Deathbringer back active, try to wade through these lines. Just a big nasty blob fight. Smash them. Relaxes get into the halberdiers here. It's like we get hit with a kill for Khorne and then just beat the entire unit.
They will die!
They will die. But half the unit goes away.
Annihilate them!
Alright, everyone. Up the slope.
With relish.
Oh, no, some mustard. There we go. Victory over Helmgard Fort. We only had to lose a lot of our blood beasts, which just feel really bad still. That was the one unit from that DLC that just didn't really make a lot of sense. Because they fill the same role as the, at least I would say, as the dual axe, or yeah, I guess the dual axe of the great axe, Minotaurs of Khorne. So I'm not really sure if Khorne needed another unit to fulfill the same kind of monstrous infantry role. Silo's voice actor really gave his all. Yes. Yeah, he did some really good work. Destroyed his voice in the process, too, I can guarantee it. Imagine playing the game without the gore DLC. Yeah, no, I would agree. Blood being just a kind of a natural part of the original games. We need to go back to that. They did it to try to, they removed it to try to appeal to a wider audience with a lower rating. But I think it was more to their detriment. You gotta lean into what makes your game your game. And Warhammer is just violent. It's part of what makes Warhammer Warhammer. Alright, well, Reikland loses another fort. How unfortunate. We will sack that, and then turn back to Isleheart here. Get ready for the Bretonnian invasion.
Demon Prince!
They've taken so much damage, I'm gonna go ahead and kick them out and replace them with some Poison Hounds.
Who is worthy of my host?
Worthy. In fact,
Demon Prince of Khorne!
same game with Dark Elves trying to be family friendly. That's a sight. Yeah, I don't know if it was to be family friendly. It was to skirt the. It was to skirt the rules. It was to try to make sure the game was rated lower, so that way that it would. I guess not. It was less to it would appeal to a wider audience, and more that it could be sold to a wider audience. I said it wrong the first time. I'm thinking. Hard to hit. Since his stats are so close together.
Prince of Damnation.
Diddlebut. Make you a specialist or something else to do for you anyway.
Dark Prince.
Same thing with Silo. We've finished off his normal lines, so assassination and garrison assault is what he's about now. Fair enough. Alright, so we've got Aldemir and
You
Bohemoth.
dishonor me.
You dishonor me.
Sorcerer Lord of Char.
Alright, Bellic, you stay here on this choke point. We do need to come up and actually re-upgrade Ralph's units, so you go up to Chosen Form again. Then transfer you both over to being Lance Knights. No, I think the Sword and Board Knights are better. Because they can survive without me microing them. Eye for some french fries? Indeed. What level do you lads have to be to evolve into Gore Beasts? Oh, well, would you look at that? They're Gore Beasts now. Gorby's chariots are actual proper chariots. Before that, all your normal Chaos chariots are garbage. If this were SFO, those Bretonnian armies would be scary with their knights. They would be.
I foresee
But we have been dealing with Bretonnian knights the entire time.
let us
Over on our Clan Eshin campaign, so while scary, they're obviously not that intimidating. We already have too many gifted units. Which ones? Oh, I guess it's all the Nurglings, isn't it? Okay, well, those should die pretty soon. Chaos Knights of Nurgle, and then some Poison Hounds.
let us corrupt
Yes, great. So we'll kick out the normal hounds, and then we'll just replace them with the marauders here.
for chaos.
Mark the marauders for Nurgle. We'll have one axe on board. Then we just throw it in, kind of forget about. Alright, perfect. Let's do some damage. No turn back. Excuse me.
Bring them to ruin.
Click on the settlement like 40 times. Auto resolve. 69. Nice. Zach. Hiltonbach, and then
No.
Wissenberg is out, but it still has knights. It's got. We get grenade launchers.
Impossible.
Impossible. Bretonnia should be. I would give. Oh, wait, no. I would give you a pancake with it this morning at my place. Ah, fair enough. It is pancake time in your neck of the woods.
Let us corrupt.
Let us
For
corrupt.
chaos.
Yeah, if I'm piloting it, we can beat Wissenberg, especially since they are going to be trapped inside a minor settlement. Close defeat? You think so, do you? Let me show you how wrong you are. Bretonnia should be scared for this game, but I mean, I don't know how you kept you cool in that episode. Oh, yeah, no, it was mostly because I had no idea how strong Bretonnia was. So thinking they're just normal weak Bretonnia, that kind of confidence kept us calm and collected. And then, when we started our Lewin campaign, did I find out just how terrifying the Knights of Bretonnia truly are in SFO. Alright, I'm gonna find a nice, easy place to fire in. I'm thinking over here is perfect. We get to fire on 3 different capture points. So we go catapults. Horde rat seize all. Sword and board lads up front on this side. We'll go a bunch of Nurglings over here. Not much longer for the stream because I'll have to go soon, but I don't want to miss much. We are going to be going for about another 40 minutes. I have until 5 p.m. here my time. And also, before you, Blackberry, were you the one that requested the? I think you were the one that requested the Nurgle army, or did you request something else? Toad Dragon, Plague Toads. Plague Toads just always let me down. Warhounds, and then everyone else over here too. Alright, so Knights that I forgot to mark for Nurgle. Broader Horsemen, Plague Ogres, and then everyone else. You fool. Let's do this. You 3 in guard mode until I tell you to do anything else.
Wipe them out.
Wipe them out. Alright, Plague Claw, you go ahead and get rid of these crossbows first. The amount of plague splashing down already is just perfect. Alright, then Warhounds, you are going to move around this side. Toads and Toad Dragon. But we could just charge you directly into these swordsmen. They're going to have a great time dealing with you. I can promise. Your Skaven artillery, much more accurate than they have any business being. Switch to firing over here. You hit these guys? Try your best. Nurglings, you guys get into the shield bearers. Move in, move in. Pestilent Marauders. Go ahead and weaken these flagellants a bit. No Dragon's just gonna go right through your front line. Oh, he didn't activate his attack. Oh, if we didn't activate his charge, that's no good. No, here come his normal sized toads. Go ahead and bring him back so we can hit him with a breath spell then.
Mastery absolute.
I'm mastery absolute.
See who wields true power.
Rico Rack. Stand here. Plague Ogres, we're gonna smash in everyone on this side. Go stop those archers from doing anything. Flagellants v Toad Dragon.
I am the only constant.
I am the only constant.
Reality bends.
Here, come over here and we'll hit him with the Toad Dragon Breath. Normal Plague Toads. Flagellants. Toad Dragon Breath. Into the Flagellants as well. I got the Slaneshi Force. No, I didn't ask for anything. That was just yes. Okay, I think someone did mention something about Nurgle early on. Let me scroll back in the chat. I have to know. Oh, that was Pirate. All right, Pirate. If you're hanging around here somewhere, let me know. Those come on through. We'll have the Knights go obliterate this line here. Hound Dogs keep circling. There's our opening. Come over to this side though. Don't put yourself in a bad spot. Lay your artillery up. Beautiful, beautiful. What, weaken these crossbowmen. Toads. Charge through into these crossbows if we can. If not, Nurglings in. Plague Ogres in. Alright, get rid of these handguns. Crossbows. You just gotta take out whoever you can here. Marauders of Nurgle.
Slay every mortal. Kill, maim, burn.
Okay, Toad Dragon. Not doing anything. Go ahead and cast your breath spell into this big blob again. Come on and capture this zone for me. All the way out here, let these knights crash into their back line. They show them their eyes. Alright, Toad Dragon, you're a huge target, and the gunners are dealing with you.
Vigilant fire.
Melkos here to try to weaken it as much as possible. Hang on, we're doing something wrong this whole time here. Artillery, blow up this. Easy. The dragon's getting scared all the way off the map. Easily handle that. Let's move on forward. I know I gave you guys an attack, or an order to come on in, but I guess they are sitting outside. Too much damage from something. He's getting a bit closer so they can actually target without missing. Had to send Papa Nurgle's gifts to our chief's enemies. I swear, whenever I use Blade Claw Catapult, 95% of their shots are married with the ground instead of hitting units. That's what I was thinking too, but this time, man, they're doing a really good job. Blade Toads and me just never seem to get along. Go ahead and fall back. Melkoth's on. And guns are just standing here now. Fair enough. Capture that zone. Come on through. I can't quite hit him. Go after these crossbowmen instead. Oh, dragon, come up and hit your breath. Attack on the Empire Knights. And we're losing a little bit of our momentum there. Speaking of those miners, does this mean you're taking army requests? Yeah, I definitely am. Definitely am. Come on through, hit the Arc Lector. Capturing that zone in a hurry. Knights, oh, they're stuck, aren't they? Get flank there. Since you aren't really going to be doing much, just go ahead and just fall back. Fall back. Right in there, let's go bring you. Take down these archers. Come on, Bob. Get rid of the halberds. Really good hits there, even if it's not smacking into the trees. Big blob of doom. You guys go after those archers. Blade Claws, point blank, these Bretonnians. Could I inquire about a full cavalry army with cav from all 4 Chaos Gods? Yeah, we can definitely try to get that going. We might have to summon them in near the back line, so that way we have access to way more knights, but it can be done. Oh, Melkoth's mystifying here. Artillery, you're close enough. I can almost pinpoint shoot those in. Have the knights take down Jurgen with one of the Great Axe Marauders. Everyone else work through. The shot scared them all off in a hurry. Weaken the Lord from here if we can. Good work, everyone. Warhammer. What are you doing, cat? You just a moment while she does whatever the hell that is across the room.
Fathers, thank God!
Slay them! Convert them!
Kill them all! Slay them all!
Kill them all, slay them all, give them all pox. Is Shazer been perfect in this battle? Yeah, no, I 100% agree. We need some vortex spells to get rid of some chaff.
Slaanesh of us glory! Brothers in decay!
Take it through. Got what? 2 Plague Ogres left? I'm gonna feast back here. They have some awesome animations too. They end up looking more like enemies you see in Dark Souls though. Like in one of the Blight villages. Oh, no. Everyone takes a tumble. That is a victory. But definitely a Pyrrhic one. I'd have to be doing some rebuilding after that one. Alright. I return. I went and tripled to go grab some water. So the golden sword, who are we going to get this to? Is it the Plague Ogres? Oh no, they just barely get beat by... If I would have used the Toad Dragon a little bit better. These guys are huge targets, and that's kind of their one... I mean, it's a glaring downside, is they're one of the largest targets on the entire battlefield, similar to the Dread Saurian. But I don't think they're quite as tanky as Dread Saurian, so you lose them in a hurry if you don't have extra healing nearby. Do you prefer strong armies or more thematic ones? I play mostly thematic armies. It's fun to throw together a couple of really crazy over-the-top doom stacks just to see how high you can stack some stats. But no, I tend to build really, really thematic ones. You know, it's about how your army strength is about how you use them. And I've been told so many times that strategy doesn't matter in this game. Lots of fun to hear. And we've fought so many battles that if you just count it based on stats, we lose a dozen times over. Let's go back to Doternbach. I don't think...
Leave me be.
Yes, she can. Never mind. Elspeth got some, Elspeth's got some moves. Her Empire, though, is now in ruins. So yeah, no, we'll go ahead and grab that Penumbral Pendulum. I'm gonna grab double up on that and then Spoken Mirrors. Yeah, the Pendulum would have been perfect for that last battle. Alright, Bobo, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of your Nurglings are honestly just placeholders. I mean, you deserve another Soul Grinder. And then another Toad Dragon, why not? Your army is going to be proper terrifying. So mark these lads for Zine, for Nurgle, of course, as they should be. And we have burned through all of our recruitment here. Nah, fair enough. It is a Dark Fortress settlement there at Nuln, so there's no getting us out of here. So for this army, let's go ahead and get rid of the two units that don't make any sense. Mark 4 of you. With whips. 2 with axes. Slanesh treatment, proper. Go lances, and then horsemen too. And I prefer to get these guys, instead of armored trolls, they're going to be turning into bile trolls. No Slanesh units here, so let's come back through allied recruitment. We may have to just snag a couple more Exquisite Pain. We gotta wait 36 for Exalted Demonettes. Umbral Pendulum has the best casting sound of the game for me. Just the zing that clicks from my ears. Fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, in terms of sound design, I'm not really sure which would be the best in my eyes. Also, Ruinous Tier 4. Oh, there's not very many of them, though. Ulator is a really, really low tier mage. Yeah, you guys are lucky. Normally I think we could handle that one, but no, we'll keep raiding through. Keep on raiding. After glory for Gulator, who does not belong to me. Drak can go up to tier 5. Let's do that. Middenheim. Sworn. Oh, this is back before. I was like, I could have swore I put it in the barn. No, we'll do keep as well. It's not a heap of loot. We're not upgrading it. Up province tab proper. It's not going to show us anymore now that we've skipped through Averheim. Did we leave Averheim? Oh, Kevin's still there. Go ritual hut. Pillars of Grungni. We'll probably just go for the same thing here with the replenishment in the region, so we can kind of move through and heal up. We have extra sorcerers for anyone who needs them. Alright, commandments in Reichland. Come to the wrong place sounds perfect. Ignore our outposts, and we will pass the turn.
To the slaughter.
We almost got played. Terry, what are you up to? Hitting a Voltrax.
The world will quail.
Are you trying to cheese me, game?
The ocean brings.
We're gonna go to here and then hit Voltrax. Oh, it got me anyway. We're just an inch away.
A deluge of
I mean, you can use
slaughter.
weapons, teams, the most brain dead way. It can still be better than having 2k hours. But limited to something like Bretonnian infantry. I mean, fair. You're going to be, in that case, you're going to do better. Just if you rely heavily on stats, you will absolutely do better. But to say that stats are all that matters is kind of the thing that
Magic of
rubs me the wrong way. Because due to a lot of our strategies, the way we deploy, the way we handle the battles, is how you actually end up winning a lot of the fights. That is already just going to tell you, oh, you're going to lose. Well, I don't think I will. Just watch me. So I have a whole plan for a video on it. Yes, stats are important, but they are not absolutely everything. We're gonna have to break any deal we sign with the other Warriors of Chaos, and we will only sign a peace treaty with Zinj if they're immediately willing to become our vassal, which they're not, so we'll have to punch you a few more times. Show you how weak you truly are. Oh, okay, well, the Skaven have arrived. This is the fight that I was not the most excited about. But we're not going to go for a sally then. Our walls are part of our strength here.
I foresee destruction.
I really wish you didn't take attrition immediately. You don't run out of food before the turn even ends. That's not how that works. Alright, let's come on back up to Archaon and pass. Does it even matter if Archaon has low reliability? No, it really doesn't. I just tend to like to stay out of it because it causes other factions you're not currently at war with just to jump in on your wars. Oh, Emmerich, you got ambushed by Meleg the Changer. I'll only lose my marauders and my hounds. Sold.
You die today.
You die today. Warriors of Chaos has to worry about their economy in the early game, but after then, they snowball into a corn economy where they just don't care. That is pretty true. What? You didn't think I was going to auto-resolve that one clan pestilence? Get out of here. Give me a Pyrrhic victory. Siege battles are fun, but they have a lot of issues, so I tend to only fight them when we absolutely have to. Roland is attacking. That is 3 armies, and our Pyrrhic victory only results in the death of our... Well, Brian wouldn't be happy if we sacrifice our... Let's have one kind of Helm's Deep style... Oh yeah, we're in the minor settlement. No, it's not going to be Helm's Deep. It will be an aggressive charge. Knights of the Lionhearted and Defenders of the Fleur de Lis. Alright, fair. Lots of skulls to offer up to the throne this day. Slaughter Guard is gonna have lots of fun taking on those knights. Indeed. So will our Blood Crushers. Minutes 20. Even just a single point at a lightning strike when you're playing Chaos, extremely important for dealing with the Order Tide. Okay, so we will do a, I was saying, a manipular formation with the Khorne lads here.
We are the plague. For fighting's sake.
For fighting's sake. Giant here, Bile Trolls in behind on both sides. We'll have the Famir Warriors further back. And then the Dual Axes.
Chosen of Khorne.
Chosen of Khorne.
For the Dark Gods.
Only having the Slaughter Guard is not my absolute favorite. We'll make do. We will make. We've got our 2 sets of knights, which will be better than anything the Bretonnians have. Just went back to my Skull Crushers. We'll just put them on the flank out a little bit. Skull Crushers. And then the Poison Hounds hiding over in the forest. Looks good to me. Go you with the infantry. Slaughter Guard. Anyone ever tried using Chaos armies as stealthily like Eshin? You definitely can. In fact, I mean, the more sneaky and cagey you play any of your factions, the tends to be the better they actually end up doing. Even the likes of Khorne. Warhounds will have the best chance of actually catching those units there. Stealth isn't my thing. No, stealth isn't. Stealth absolutely is not for everyone. With valor. Alright, they have been pushed. Wait, excuse me. They have been pushed into our line, and then our guys just gave up on chasing them. Oh, yeah. Excellent move. You definitely messed up my formation. Doing everything they can to mess my formation up. That's for sure. Just disrespectful and rude. That's what we're used to. Alright, so let's get the units moving. Rounds into the woods. Smash. Go chase down that lord. They're throwing rocks at us, boys. They're throwing rocks. And blessed rocks, too. Watch yourselves. Lionhearted Knights running away from us. Excuse me, get back here. You know what time it is. It's time to kill for Khorne. Alright, Crushers, come on, round. All these knights chasing our lord here. Here, we're gonna bring you, Slaughter Guard, round this way to hunt some souls, like you're saying.
Darkness calls.
Drop off your big friends. You drop off your big friends here. Giant waddle on in. Oh no, our warhounds are defeated. Go start chopping through some mounted yeomen there, Roid Rage Ralph. Look, they've got even more rocks to throw at us. Slaughter Guard, get them. In fact, we gotta get you guys out of this group. You're gonna come in with group 1, that way I can give you orders how I want. Take down these knights. War Beast Chariots. They are definitely going to halt them, that's for sure. Baldemir wants to fight. Baldemir can get a fight. Who's this? Oh, it's the previous lord. Alright, Gorby's curious. We're gonna stop using you on large targets as you're not something meant to be used for, and you can go start rolling through others. The life prophetess. Now we've got healing too, don't you worry. Myriad bile trolls have them caught. Charge. Fighting Grail Guardians. And doing a pretty dang good job. Keep on rolling. He's gonna run. He is no longer gonna have the Blessing of the Lady. Let's go take down his healer. Knights, all is one.
Where chaos commands, they die.
They die. Back there and help. Back this way. Blood Crushers come on in and hit the Defenders of the Fleur-de-Lis. Epic Battlefront here. You orient them to get into the different attack order here. Nice and forward. You can look. Damn it. Let's go. Just powering through. These chariots. These for the bowmen are yours.
Destroy everything.
It's kind of a mess, isn't it? Let's bring these poison hounds off to the side here. And then they can go run over those field trebuchets. Ralph ascended. That's your target.
Knights of Corn.
Coordinate knights. Use the extra charge bonus speed to get into these peasant bowmen if we can. Four-piece chariots are having all sorts of weird troubles here. Smack these peasant bowmen for me. Well done, Blood Crushers. Now hit this flank. Side I roll to the middle of this group here. That Crimson Juggernaut. And then we hit him with a huge kill for Corn. Blood Crushers in. Four-piece chariots. I guess they're just having a hard time actually pulling away from combat. So no matter what our orders we're giving them, they're just going back into where they were.
Now is our time.
Hold, Marauders, hold. Slaughter Guard, turn around and deal with Bohemond here. Dealing with the other knights.
Slaves to darkness.
Charging into Silas seems like a good way to lose all your knights. Now we're gonna ignore those men-at-arms and hit these foot squires.
Chosen of Corn.
Got them in half.
More than
Beautiful charge. We'll hit these peasant bowmen next.
destroy them.
Destroyed. Another massive kill for Corn. Those knights thought they were gonna cycle charge, not today.
Hunting souls. Knights of Corn.
Start collecting.
Spread
Orbis chariots in here to these foot squires that are starting to flee.
raging bodied.
Go chase down those knights errant, and then everyone else who is not Slaughter Guard, roll this flank.
Blood for the blood god.
Battling several lords at once and winning. Chop. Hit this hippogriff next. Sorry there, Buckbeak. Not today. And now for you. Are you serious right now? Alright, ring around the rosy with the prophetess. We win. Very, very, very brutal fight though.
Chosen of Corn.
Make sure we get as many of these Knights Errant as possible. We should be faster, so that is great. Things up quite a bit here. Knights, come on now. Catch us some peasants. It's too slow moving through the woods. All that armor. Weight them down. Caught those peasant bowmen. Bring as many of them into your hungry maws as possible. How about the foot squires? Come on now. Let's get some damage. I want to see Bretonia for a long time. And that's all we get. I think is movement. In my kill team group, I play Pathfinders, and I have drones. Oh, I need to back up here a little bit. Scarbrand hates stealth. I cannot even imagine being Scarbrand and sneaking up on our army through the trees. He'd be screaming the entire time. So I mean, his ambush might still work because everyone might be so terrified they just all gonna freeze, and then it's too late. And now we get back to my thing is movement. In my kill team group, I play Pathfinders, and I have drones that move like rockets. Yeah, no, and movement and speed tend to be pretty important. If you get to the best positioning the quickest, or can just bum rush and mob all one unit just because you have the movement to do so with your entire team, pretty useful. That was one of those where even it looks like our warriors actually took some damage. They really didn't. It was only health damage. They didn't even really start losing models yet. Glittering scales, sacrifice, or just slaughter them. Man, I do miss the better after battle options you get with SFO. Kill captives over there is going to give you all sorts of good stuff for a few turns. Yan Yu discovered ambushing. Couple. In Brick Slain, Melik gains 8 more bonus v large and 25% fire resistance. And also, Zerechgor's Blade. Flaming blade that was given to Melik by a greater demon of Zeech that he managed to subjugate. Well, I'm sure it's not. Yes, trust me, this blade's on your side. Warp Flame Vortex sounds good, though.
Enter then! Are you...
Into the Master of Massacre Boon. The screams of every sacrifice ring out for miles. Their agony like music with inspiration. Ubersreich are happy after being claimed by Chaos, because of course they are. And now we need one more. Summons of Slaanesh it is. Actually, take it back. We need the Herald of Sacrifice more, because we actually do have some Slaaneshi allies. Soul Grinder. We can get a Greater Unclean one. We don't have any of those guys going on just yet. Carnage Incarnate. Hell Cannon. Cannon. Alright, now Archaon can now move in and flame out Gunbad, finishing, I mean, almost finishing. No, they lost, the Norskins lost. How unfortunate. We pull a sack amount of Gunbad and claim it. Wasting a little bit of our bonus momentum, but we have 4 turns of that, so. Hello there, Grotzlick. Welcome to the Void. And then we claim Gunbad for Chaos. Our gold belongs to me now. Alright, sweet. So we have Skaven moving through the World's Edge Archway and Mount Silverspear. We just have to conquer Karakadrin before they rank it up too much. And much to do.
Demon Prince.
Kevin, we've got a couple minutes left here for today's stream. We'll try to take down a couple more quick auto resolves. The mood has just been raised by a Cornate faction, so what if we just move straight to Grand Stazet here?
Without mercy.
Yes.
Conflict
Slaughter
is
them.
endless.
Sack the settlement. We reach any others from here?
True
can.
demonic glory.
So on to Migdol Vonglobarak, which we will also want to resolve.
Conquer chaos.
And we will sack this one too.
Crusade continues.
This momentum's incredible.
Damned with power.
And then we will turn back around. Oh, we could actually, we could almost hit. Oh, there's no settlement through the Black Pass, obviously.
Triumph.
Go hit Grand Stazet then.
A throne for the prince. Ascended.
Guilds give us additional favor from buildings faction wide.
Demon Prince.
Bigger Hank, we will march on Varenga Hills. There's no ogres here.
Meaningless.
Auto resolve. Sack for 8k, and there, our treasury is all fixed.
Chaos in
Okay, well next we blow up the Forest of Gloom. Thank you kindly. Sack that. Victory over the ogres. Then we can go sack Ackendorf, and in one turn their entire economy is gone.
the bloodlust.
Spoil later. And then we will turn around and settle in the Forest of Gloom. So speaking of movement there, just yes, this is a proper movement. Replenishment huts, lots of extra corruption. We're just gonna go for the Twisted Relic. Chief just be one-shotting them armies with ease. Yes, indeed. We have come to that point. Go Lightning Strike and then Fetid Galleypot for more heals.
I'll have this world. Despoilers, come.
Leave for Karanak, bury the blue. Give you Specialist, because you're all done with your spell tree. Fertile Champion for Mercy.
Eternal blasphemy.
Eternal Blasphemy.
Damned with power.
Okay, so for you there, Barodin. Hellblade's always fun to have. Raging Stalwart is more spell resistant than Brutal Ritualist. Now we'll go for a Vengeful Scorcher. And then... I mean, Chaos Strategist is always good to have. Yes. Give you a bit of Shades.
Magic of change.
Kindle Flame and Burning Head times 2 for you there, Melik.
Prince.
Oh, Ralph, you've got all of yours, so we can call you Ralph Perfected too. Okay, so we'll get... Go to the point into Deadly Blade. Skyla. Scylla is all... All done, as we've already said. Voted of Chaos for Garrulus. Let's go Metal Shifting, get his Golden, and then Plague of Rust. Good stuff, good stuff. And this is just free experience that had been passed out through,
You need a boon.
through just winning other battles, which is awesome. On the Stinky. If you stayed over here in Faldorf, we can come out and do some more damage just for the heck of it. Otherwise, this is going to be dangerous. Zacto Terrenbach. Lunderer. Oh no, Elspeth is over here. Sorry then, Elspeth. We're going to keep destroying your stuff. Lose the Plague Ogres. Oh no. Whatever shall we do? Back to Nolan, quick.
Yes.
Alright, then we'll give you a Great Unclean one. Get rid of these Nurglings. Give you a Hell Cannon. We've got the Nurgle. Who says Nurgle doesn't have artillery? No, not a Corrupt Mage. We want to keep working towards a bit of shades here. So let's go the Withering for that armor drop.
By the eldritch I see. Dominance.
Maximum income here. And I think this is going to be all the time I've got for today's stream. So thanks everyone for stopping on by. We will have another stream here next week sometime for either 3 or 4 hours to continue on towards our Domination victory. Because we have finished, I guess we also need to get to the Route 3 the end times. So defeating Reikland will unleash the Gateway of Fauschlag. And then we can continue our bloody march to campaign Domination, which we're at 126 out of 272 settlements. So thanks all for stopping on by. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, night, wherever it is in your neck of the woods. See you all next time.